Righty. How do I come out of full screen? Am I sharing on social yet? Let me know.
I don't see it yet. Let me refresh.
Okay. How do I get out of full screen? There we go.
No, you said that, but you're doing it on the Black Friday
No,
page?
I'm doing it on the homepage. Oh, wait, I'm still go live. All right, what's this? Am I live? No,
Nope, I
I'm
can't
about to
see
hit.
it.
I'm going to hit the go live button now. All
Okay.
right, Black Friday, day 4. Okay. Reach more people by adding a title. Copy. Okay. Uh-oh. There's some weirdness going on here. Go live. Oh, that's not what I want. All right. This is Lee Fuller. I believe we are live, so let's get going. Hello, this is Lee Fuller, aka the Funnel Helper, and today we are actually we're going through our Black Friday blueprint, right? So today is launch day. Day 4, we're talking about here are things that needs to happen when you are launching, okay? If you are just now getting to the Black Friday funnel challenge, there's a couple things you need to know. We have already gone through the planning process. We have already picked out the blueprint and determined here is what we're going to sell. I'm doing a quick review just to make sure everyone knows where we are. So here, we've already filled out. Here's what we're going to sell. We know the price point. We know when we're going to be selling it. We know the strategy, okay? Next thing we talked about are the days or the type of sale we're going to do. And we talked through if we're going to do traditional sale, we warm up for a couple days, and then we drop them into the sale. If we're doing a extending the sale, then we have a pre-sale where we invite them to come take part of the sale, and then we either give them a coupon or something, and then we drop them onto the actual sale starting on Friday, right? So there's a pre-sale before, and then Black Friday. The third model was extending the blueprint, where there's some on the front end and on the back end. So we can extend it through Sunday, and then having our Cyber Monday campaign kick off on Monday. And lastly, we talked about the blueprint by the hour, by the day, where we're selling multiple products over time, right? By the hour or by the day. So right now, you have already decided on what you want to sell. You've already determined the Black Friday blueprint that you're going to use. Yesterday, we talked about gathering the assets. So by now, you have the emails in place. You have the landing page software, and your landing pages are up. Again, I shared with you what we use, what landing page builders or WordPress plugins, etc., that we're using. If you have not seen any of that, make sure you fill out. Make sure you go back and look at day 3. This is the workshop. This is the workshop. During the workshop, we do some work. So day 3, we talked about having the video Once you record the video, upload to Facebook or YouTube, drop it on the page. We're ready to rock. I even talked about social proof. Hey, you get your social proof, snapshot different images that you conversation with people or Facebook messages or something. Make sure you got your social proof in place. And now today is launch day. So I'm going to get into the presentation and launch day. Here we go. So as we're preparing to launch, there's a couple things we want to do. Number one, we want to test all our stuff. Test all our stuff. Listen, I have been guilty of it, and most people that have sold something online has been guilty of not testing your stuff. I remember the very first product I launched. That product, it was my very first product maybe 7 years ago, and it's kind of embarrassing, but the first couple people that bought the product, you know, they sent me an email and said, hey, this link doesn't work, and hey, I can't download my stuff, or hey, they sent me screenshots of parts of my funnel that wasn't working. But the good news is I was able to fix it, right? I was able to fix it so that when the other orders came in, they didn't have any issue, right? When you're starting, I didn't know what all to check. But now that we've done it hundreds of times, now you'll know what to check, and you should run your test. So here's a little tip. So for emails, what I normally do is when I either your opt-in form, okay, when you want to test your opt-in form, or when you want to test a checkout to make sure the abandoned cart sequence or whatever, if you need a temporary email address, right? Because sometimes, hey, I got my one email address, I put my email address in, you know, but you may want to just test it. There's a site we like to use, it's called TempMail, right? And what TempMail does is, let me come out a little bit. Again, this is our workshop. So what TempMail does is you go to temp-mail.com, and what you do is you say, hey man, let me refresh it. I need a temporary email address. And temp.mail will give you a temporary email address. It goes through its little thing, whatever, right? And then I say, okay, cool. Here's my temporary email address. I copy the email, and I either I opt in to test my funnel. So I opt in with one of these, and what happens is, so let's say for instance, let me opt into something real quick. My funnel, my black funnel, right? So I'm going to opt into my black funnel. So my name is Lee, and then I use my temporary email address to check, make sure my opt-in is working. Do you mean, no, I typed in what I meant. Did I put an extra thing in there? All right, so it's submitting, right? So my opt-in works. I go here and I check my email. And here we go. Lee, you've just been entered into the Instagram, right? So I got the email. That makes sense? You test out your email, make sure it works. Oh, somebody else is testing as well. This is a public email address. Yeah, it looks like another person opted in, another person. So this is a temporary email address. All this disappears in a couple days, right? But I see that my campaign works. When they opt into your page, you can test the email copy. Okay. Hey, we've detected suspicious. Ha! That's funny. UpViral is saying, or ClickFunnels and UpViral is saying, hey, this looks like a temporary email address, which is interesting. But anyway, My point is you can check your inbox. That's funny. But now you see, yes, my email autoresponder is set up, and the email that they were supposed to get, they actually get. Does that make sense? So that's one thing. In your funnel, you want to test your email. A place like Temp Mail, there's another one, Mailinator. There's different email addresses you can use kind of as an email to test your funnel. Next thing you want to do is you want to check out your purchases. All right. You want to check out your purchases. And in ClickFunnels, in Stripe, I believe in PayPal, it's possible to test purchases. So when you're building it, you test out, make sure everything works. Also, test your checkout with real money. Anytime we ever launch a product for sale, we test our checkout with real money, right? Because we don't want any issues when people are paying real money. So after you check your email, make sure they're getting the emails that they're supposed to get, and you see how it looks in the inbox. You check your purchases. Next, you want to check your support channels, whether your help desk, you want to check the support emails, support at funnelhelper.com or whatever, support at full6media.com, whatever. The contact phones, make sure you double check. Listen, Black Friday is a very important day, and you want to make sure you can get the feedback quickly so you can fix it. You're doing all these all these launch steps that we're going to talk about. And once people are going into your funnel, that's the wrong time to find out, oh, something's broken. Trust me, I've been on the other side of it, but because we had the help desk and the support channels and all these things in place, when people say, hey, this isn't working, or they hit you on Facebook, you can actually go back and fix it. All right. Next, when you launch, so here's something you need to know. There are different launch groups. All right. So when you're launching, there are different launch groups. The people that follow you fall into 3 categories. There's the hot group, the warm group, and the cold group. Okay. Hot, warm, cold. The hot group are your previous customers and clients. Okay. These are your previous customers and clients. These are the hottest ones. Okay. These are the ones that are more likely to buy right at the beginning. Oh, I saw the email. I already like this guy. I already trust this company. Hey, I'm in, and they got a sale. 1, count it, right? The next group of customers are your warm customers. Your warm customers, these are the ones that follow you on social media. These are the subscribers to your YouTube channel. They're podcast listeners. They're familiar with you, okay? These are the people that are in your Facebook group. And these are, like I say, your listeners to your podcast, the people that tune in when you do your Facebook Lives. That's these people, all right? And then there's the cold group. These are just the people on the internet that are your market, right? Hey, they may not really know who I am, but there's someone that could do business with my company. So these are the 3 groups of people. Now, in order to reach the 3 groups of people, you have to employ different type of launch strategies, right? So depending on your budget and your timeline and how long you have to launch it, definitely your hot list, right? Then you extend to your warm to make sure, and then cold to pick up the rest, right? Now, what does it look like? How do we launch to these different groups? In your hot group, remember, they are previous buyers. They are current customers. So you can text them, hey, in your text campaign, listen, the Black Friday sale is starting. Go, poof, send a text message, right? Or they're a messenger box. You've already interacted with them via messenger. Hey, client, this deal is live. Go, send it Facebook Messenger, instant messenger, right? In your email, you should have every time somebody buys something, they should be on a buyer list, right? Now, your buyer list should be your most profitable list because these are buyers, right? They've indicated that, hey, we buy stuff. So make sure your hot list gets your email. Those that are in your Facebook group, okay? So I am in a couple groups, but also there are people that are in your Facebook group. Those that are in your Facebook group are hot buyers. So make sure you're posting in your Facebook group to launch your deal. And then the chats, right? So some people, some of us are in group chats or Slack chats, you know, with various groups of people. Make sure, or your chat, hey, I've been going back and forth with this client, right? So I'm going back and forth with this client. Hey, make sure they know, hey, boom, boom, this sale is ready, right? Launch to your hot method, your warm method. Okay, these are the ones that are following you. So your Instagram stories, you're out, you're like, hey, Instagram followers, this is your boy, the Black Friday sale that I've been talking about all week. It's going live now, right? Click the link in the bio, DM me, however you process it, right? Because you can't really put a link in Instagram. So I'm not the Instagram expert. DM me, I've seen that a lot, or check the link in the bio. Go ahead and buy it now, right? Or you can tell them, go to www, my Black Friday funnel. Your Facebook Lives, these are your warm audience. Hey, go ahead and put in your Facebook Live. The sale is live, people. Let's go. Move. Your email list, your social media following, go ahead. That's when you're doing that social launch, okay? Your emails, your Facebook Lives, your social launch, you're putting it out on Twitter. It's live. Go, okay? And then you're launching to the cold list. Now, how you launch to the cold list? These are just the other people that are on the internet, right? So advertising campaigns is a way to launch to the cold list. The blog post that you put not only on your website, but, let me help you out. If you are blogging, one place that you should really have your blog, also place your blog, is medium.com, okay? There's a certain amount of people that are going to come to your site, and I could log in because I've already, I don't need to log in. But medium.com, this is a blogging platform that already has readers, right? So if you're launching the cold list and you're talking about, hey, things to do for your social media or your gift guide and these other things we talked about, creating, make sure you post them also on medium.com because that's a blog that people look at. 220 million people may not come to Funnel Helper Radio blog, but they're already at Medium. So I write a interesting blog post, okay? And post it on Medium, all right? Another way is, now, the groups that you're in, right? So if you're in groups, some groups allow you to post your sales, right? Some groups, they have a, Entrepreneurial Friday where you can post your link for what's going on, right? Don't get kicked out of any groups on Black Friday. I did a podcast on Funnel Helper Radio. If you're not listening to Funnel Helper Radio, listen, I be dropping nuggets like this all the time. Funnel Helper Radio. But I talked about how take your promotion filter off for Black Friday. Sometimes like, oh, I don't want to sell. I don't want to be too promotional. I don't want to always be. Listen, this is the opportunity where you can take that promotion filter off and sell, right? Because people are buying. Rarely will somebody get upset. I cannot believe on Black Friday, every time I look on this post, he's talking about his thing for sale, or hey, this Instagram is about him selling something, or I got the email and they're selling something. Listen, it's Black Friday, okay? those that don't want to see sales stuff, don't open emails on Black Friday, right? So take your promotion filter off and go get it, all right? So these are the launch methods as you launch to different groups. Now, when will you launch? When should you launch? Okay, your email campaign, really what should happen, and in the action guide, I'll probably have just a box where you'll put the date for when you're going to launch your email campaign. Okay, depending on what blueprint will determine when you're going to launch your campaign. Also, I recommend starting that email type warming up process at least 8 to 10 days out, which means it should be starting soon, right? That warming up process, right? So that the week of Black Friday, you can get more intentional, all right? Social media launch dates. So ask yourself, when are you going to update your Facebook cover? When are you going to flip your Facebook cover from whatever it says now to your Black Friday deal? I saw this, that was interesting. A social media event, right? So, hey, are you coming to, you know how you can create an event on social media? Hey, create an event around your Black Friday. Now, your Black Friday may actually be an event, and that's one strategy where you make it a party, whether you have music and stuff at your local store or online, you do a Facebook Live, or, hey, are you coming to our launch party for our Black Friday to see the different deals? But write down, put a date on it. You know, here I have a picture of like a calendar, and it says, hey, on Tuesday, this is when we're going to flip all our calendars over, right? Hey, this is when we're going to flip our email headers to the Black Friday conversation, right? Write these dates down, depending on what strategy you picked, okay? But definitely, any emailing that you do on that Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, everything should be flipped at the latest by Monday, telling about your Black Friday. That way, you're already in their mind, okay? Doing a Facebook Live, hey, you can, you can have it where it's reserved, where you can reserve a seat at your Facebook Live event or your Facebook Live, hey, click here to be notified, that type of stuff. Let me see, am I going to show how to do that? Am I going to show, let's see if I can do it on the fly here. So let's say I'm on the book. Hey, there's me on Facebook. So, hey, on Facebook, we're gonna do a Facebook Live. So let's get this party started. Whoop whoop. We're going to. Now I'm in here. How do I do this Facebook Live? That ain't right. See, this is why. There we go. No, not right now. This guy. Okay, stop. I don't want to do a Facebook Live of a Facebook Live. Cancel. Oh, changes. Yes. And I just canceled my whole Facebook. I actually use Ecamm Live when I do my Facebook Lives because I can schedule it. So just behind the scene, I like Ecamm Live. Some people use BeLive and such, but just a little inside tip. So I use Ecamm Live. Hold on a second. I should probably never do this stuff live. I should already be logged in. Destination Facebook. Never do this live, Lee. Never do it live. That's the problem. Let me put my stuff in. Now you got me. I don't want to put my real, you know what? Nope, I'm not gonna do it. I'm just gonna exit out of that, and I'm just not gonna do it. How about them apples? Not now. Okay. And I'm just going to exit out. We are live, and I'm going to quit this. All right. Get back to my presentation. That's what I'm going to do. But you can schedule whatever platform you use. I think BeLive does it. And I'm sure there's a way to schedule the Facebook Live event to go live at a certain time. If I need to, I'll record a video and put it in the Facebook group. But when are you going to go live? Set that date so that when they come to your page, they see, hey, here's when you're going to introduce your next live. What else? How else are we going to launch this thing? We've identified the groups. Hey, we've done the testing. We got our emails set to go. They're already queued up. We've determined when we're going to flip our social media things around. Next, we look to say, okay, when are we going to flip over our web banners? Okay, on your website, if they go to your website, they should be able to see that a Black Friday sale is coming up, right? When are you going to flip over your web banners? Put the date on it. If it's a coming up, if it's a coming soon Black Friday type thing, then definitely by Monday, the latest. If it's, hey, click here in order to go into the sale, then you want to make sure that that's flipped over at least at the latest Thursday, right? Your social retargeting campaign. So if you are doing retargeting, and if your retargeting will work if your campaign lasts, if you've extended the campaign, right? The other thing is the abandoned cart sequences. We're going to get more into these. We're going to get into these tomorrow where we talk about following up, but I wanted to mention them because in your launch actions, you want to make sure that you have already created the campaign, okay? You can turn it live to do the follow-up, and we'll get into more of that tomorrow. But that's basically what I wanted to share today. It's go time. And depending on who you're going after you do the test, this I think is the biggest key. Depending on who you're going after, your hot prospects, the ones that you can touch most directly, you know what? The ones that you can touch most directly, touch them directly, right? Text message, hit them on the phone. Messenger bots, there's a high open rate on the Facebook inboxing, right? The reason I say hot prospects, because these are ones you probably interacted with before, okay? Your Facebook groups, your buyer email list, any chats that you're in, let them know that you've got stuff for sale. And then you expand out. So what about you? What dates will you launch, okay? What date will your first email campaign go? What date are you going to flip over your social media? What date and time are you going live? Okay? What date and time are you flipping over your web banners? And what date and time will you schedule your retargeting and your cart campaigns to go out? All right? That's what I got for you today. Let me stop sharing. Are there any questions? Let me pull back up Facebook. Today is a shorter day because you got work to do. You are launching at this point. Let me make sure there is no, make sure I'm not missing anything. Okay, well, if you are like, man, this is some really cool stuff, and I would really like to talk to you, Lee, about number one, implementing some of this stuff for your business, or, hey, I wasn't quite sure on how you did this, or I wasn't quite sure on how to do this. Make sure you're in the Black Friday Facebook group. Make sure you're in the Black Friday 5-Day Challenge Facebook group, my Black Friday Facebook Challenge group, and ask me, if I need to, I'll record a video. Hey, here's how you do that. Piece of cake. Or you like, Lee, I got a lot going on. Do you know somebody that can do that? I may know somebody. I don't know. I may know somebody that can help. Maybe somebody that does this for a living. Maybe. All right. Again, this is Lee Fuller, aka the Funnel Helper. Thank you for watching. And if I don't see any more comments, then we're going to shut it down because you got work to do. You got dates to plan and say this is so that you can let your team know, or let your, sometimes we talk about your team, you talking about yourself, hey, I'm going to let myself know, right? Or I'm going to let my team know, whoever, that here's the date that we plan to start it. Now, we already, I'm telling you, earlier we talked about this is when the sale is going to go from here to here. So a lot of that stuff has already been done for you. Now it's just launching it on those dates. All right. This is Lee Fuller, aka the Funnel Helper, and I will talk to you next time. All right. See you tomorrow when we talk about follow-up and how to make sure you can maximize these sales that are coming in. All right. Talk to you soon.